Well, I'm sure everybody here has heard of the term all in the family. Well, that's what it is today at the LAFB as the Chargers Unleashed and the Rams Skinny are coming together for a mock draft Monday. During draft week, we have Ryan Dyrud, Ryan Anderson here from the Rams Skinny. Of course, my co-host Dan Wolkenstein from Chargers Unleashed. It's a quad box mania taking place today. It's all over the place. Mock drafts galore. Here we go. Draft week, fellas. I'm hyped. I know you're hyped. How are we feeling?
Great.
Man, I love crossover episodes of TV shows, and this is just like one of the best crossovers ever. So I'm pumped.
We've been waiting for the Rams to have we've been waiting for the Rams to have a first round pick so we can actually do this. I mean, we're doing all 7 rounds, but
why do you think we didn't do mock drafts with you last year? You just you didn't have a pick, Ryan. Sorry, we couldn't do that type of format.
You didn't want to hash it up with some, fifth rounders. Talk about Puka Nacua.
Yes. I don't think fans wanted to hear that, if we're being honest, unless they knew who Puka Nacua was a year later. Yes, exactly.
Yes, now they do.
If they knew now, they'd be talking about Puka Nacua in the 5th round for days.
Puka Nacua versus Quentin Johnson. Tough subject.
That would have happened for sure. A lot of people probably would have gone over Quentin Johnson, but it's still early. But today, dueling mock drafts. We're having a fun one today. So Rams versus Chargers. Jake and I will be doing the Chargers. 7 rounds. We can do trades as long as they're realistic. Ryan's will be doing the Rams. They've got the Rams picks. We've got the Chargers picks. We'll see at the end who has the better haul. Folks in the comments, let us know. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe on both Rams Skinny as well as Chargers Unleashed. Gentlemen, we got a ton of picks here. Currently, Chargers have 9. I believe the Rams have 11. Is that right?
That is correct.
Jeez, embarrassment of riches. But maybe the Chargers end up with more than you by the time this is all said and done. Fellas, without further ado, shall we get this going?
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Do it.
All right. So we are going to use our friends over at PFF. They got the incredible simulator. We're going to put ourselves on the side. Got the mock draft here on the right-hand side for those viewing. Jake and I obviously get to go first as the Chargers representation. Chargers are picking currently at 5. The scenario that has happened, Caleb Williams goes 1, Jaden Daniels goes 2, JJ McCarthy goes 3 to the Patriots. Marvin Harrison, the Cardinals, stick and pick. He goes to the Cardinals. Chargers on the clock with Drake May on the board. Malik Neighbors is there. Joe Alt is there. Odunze and everyone else from the draft. This is probably the scenario that Jake, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe most likely, guys. I don't know.
Most likely, save for, certain names in the quarterbacks in the top 3 that go. But I personally think that this is how it's going to be. It's going to be hard pressed for Arizona to move off of Marvin Harrison Jr. at 4.
Unless they get the God's gift and they get a million picks that they can't say no to, but they're also saying no to Marvin Harrison. So, Jake, do we go Joe Alt and just let everyone flame this show for the rest of the 60 minutes, or trade
automatic
or go a wide receiver?
Hey,
I'm down to something real quick.
Yes,
real quick. What could you guys know better than me? I mean, I follow along and cover obviously, but what change do you think so much in the fact that when we were at the Super Bowl, Dan, in February, like Brock Bowers was like the favorite here. Like everyone wanted him. Now there's zero talk about Bowers that I hear. It's Neighbors, Harrison, or trade back basically. What changed?
Well, if we're looking visually, the guy below me was like a hype man of the Bowers train.
I still am.
And there's still a lot of people on the Bowers train. And you both would think he'd be great on this team. Probably free agency and trade value, and positional value is probably the 2 things.
Let's also not forget when you were at Super Bowl, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams were technically still a part of the Chargers roster. So free agency does a lot.
Yes, and Josh Palmer had never even heard of there being talks of losing any receivers at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I still remember that conversation we had with him. But yeah, I think generally speaking, it's probably they go out and sign Will Dissly and Hayden Hurst. So they got 2 more tight ends. They got running game going. So Brock Bowers is probably maybe viewed as more of a luxury. And you look at the other positions of need, like wide receiver is far more needed than tight ends. That's probably why he's not there. But hey, let's say that Neighbors and Odunze aren't there. Like Chargers fans would probably rather take Bowers than any offensive lineman. But that's neither here nor there. Jake, do we stick and pick at 5, or are we looking at trades?
Set the world
Love
on
you.
fire. Just go ahead and select Joe Alt and get people to turn this podcast off right now. That's what I say. I'm kidding, obviously. If it's me in this particular scenario, as Dan and I have talked about this many times, if Marvin Harrison Jr. was off the board, I then would be looking to make a trade down.
All right, so let's go realistic. The Vikings one's probably the one that everyone's talked about the most. 11-23. They don't have a first-round pick next year, a second-round pick next year, so I doubt they're going to give away a first next year. So we can either go additional round 3, or we can maybe add another, I don't know, I want to do pick 129. I'll keep it this year.
I mean, I like how you're putting the Joe Ortiz hat on. He's not looking for fair; he's looking for fleece. So you're trying to cram as much in there to see what the mock draft simulator is going to accept.
No,
Try it.
Like that one.
Try it all. I mean, I know a lot of people have said most likely that it's 11-23 and a third rounder for next year. That's fair compensation. If you want to give it a shot to throw the next year's first instead of next year's third in there.
Well, here's the thing. Let's be realistic. I don't think there's any way Minnesota trades away their next year's first.
Quarterback
they don't have
tax.
A second either. No, I get the quarterback tax. They don't have a second round pick, so they wouldn't be picking until round 3. I just don't see them doing it. They'll just stick and pick at that point.
I mean, look, let's not forget we are doing this crossover today with two gentlemen who represent a team that has traditionally just said F them picks.
Yes.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility.
And in the most recent scenario, the Niners gave up 3 firsts to move up and get Trey Lance. And then the next year traded their second and third or whatever for Christian McCaffrey. So you never know. Never say never if they believe in that quarterback enough.
All right. So if we're doing it, all right, let's split the difference. Instead of doing the first round pick next year, we'll do 129 and a third. How about that?
Ooh,
so third next year, 129. We'll force this trade.
Force it through.
We're forcing it through.
Force the trade. Okay.
No, but because realistically, it's a quarterback tax. This doesn't take into account quarterback tax, which is why they're probably not going to accept it. So, Chargers are now on the clock at 11. Boy. Now, this is the fun time. Brock Bowers, Cooper DeJean, Quinion Mitchell, Latu's there, Newton's there. Okay, so you basically, the ones that have gone ahead of you, Dallas Turner, Joe Alt, Malik Neighbors, Adunze, and Fuaga. Jake, this is where it gets fun. You get the second best, some would argue the best defensive player.
Bowers
is still there.
On the board. Good Lord.
Which I'm not sure that would happen because I'm pretty sure the Jets would take him. But they're also Tackle City. Here we go with Jake. I give this one to you.
I was just going to say, for you to take it over, honestly, this...
To me, it's between these two. It's Mitchell and Latu.
That's what I'm looking at. Again, I've always been the advocate that if this ended up playing out, if the Chargers moved to 11, that my board would change towards taking CB1 possibly off the board here, and whether that was Terrion Arnold or whether it was Quinion Mitchell. I'm going to stand by that, even from the standpoint of Bowers still being on the board. I'm just of the opinion that he's probably off the board at this point in 11, which is why I'm trying to consider he's probably not there anyways. So
right.
Mitchell, you guys are going to move forward with Poona Ford and Scott Matlock in the middle.
Hey,
there's a
we'll get to the interior defensive lineman. All right,
7 rounds, my friend. All right, send it the card. Mitchell.
Look nice there, though. Nice.
He would, dude. Look, yeah, but the opposite of nice is what the current cornerback room looks like. Quinion Mitchell, book it. Rams, pick 19.
All right.
Latu's still on the board. We've loved Latu. They need edge rushers.
Perfect.
It'd be a phenomenal pick.
So you guys talk about taking Joe Alt, and that would just bring the pitchforks out and whatnot. I don't know if you've been hearing, but there's like very real chatter among not Rams fans, but among Rams insiders that the Rams could go quarterback at 19 with Bo Nix. That's becoming very real. I don't believe that'll happen. There's also, everyone knows, as we've said many times, they need edge, they need defensive interior, and now you're hearing murmurs that it's going to be offense no matter what. So Skinny T, are we going with what we think they should do or what we think they will do here?
I mean, I would love to go, I'm too afraid of my fans to make a bad pick here. So I want to go Latu. But I mean, I think there's a very real chance that they go offensive line here as well.
Your interior defensive line also the gaping hole after the guy that just left.
the obvious pick here is Latu. The next most obvious pick is Derion Newton. But I could see them going Fashanu, 100%.
Yeah.
100% could see them going tackle there.
You know, like Les Snead always does, he flips his first pick and he says, Sean McVay, what do you want? You're the Sean McVay in this scenario.
I am Ryan McVay, I guess, as we've done on our mocks. So, oh man, I don't want to make this pick though.
All right,
I'll make the pick. Damn, I love this. I love this pick.
This would be great for you guys. Your pick would
no,
be
trust me.
Ecstatic.
We've said many times, and we've done our mocks. Like, if this was us, Latu, I wouldn't even think twice about it. I would run the card.
All right,
Latu,
then run the card.
All right, let's
do it.
All right.
I don't think the Rams are going to do that, as bizarre as it is.
Wow.
Okay, Chargers now have pick 23, Jake. They already went corner. Derion Newton staring at them in the face. Oh, boy. Amarius Mims, if you want to go tackle. A.D. Mitchell. Oh. JPJ is also there. Peyton Wilson, if you want to go linebacker. Top safety. They can go double up and go cornerback craze. Cooper DeJean, but doubt that. It's probably between tackle, receiver, and interior.
I'm going to let you take this pick, Dan, but this is an interesting situation that plays out here because, Amarius Mims, I think if they were to land that at 23 to couple that with Quentin Mitchell would be serviceable. In this particular case, with Derion Newton being there, Dan and I were just answering a question on the live show that had Derion Newton as part of like I think it was a corner and Derion Newton that the Chargers ended up picking in the first round and totally negated any wide receivers. There it is, Latu, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, God, as much as I would love Johnny Newton on my team, I just don't see that situation playing itself out. But Dan, I think I know what position you're thinking about targeting here at 23 for the standpoint that the Chargers went corner with Quinyon Mitchell at 11.
It's between three guys. Let me just look at the tackles real fast to make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. Yeah, so it's between Amarius Mims, who doesn't have much tape, but this is all projection, and this guy looks incredible. And that's maybe more of a pick that would kind of lean towards Jim Harbaugh. So would Derion Newton, which some people have now said he's not going to be a first-round pick, which I'm like, y'all are nuts. Or I think fans and probably myself would be like, bro, A.D. Mitchell would be like, that's the dream. It was my dream at 37 previously, and then the pro day happened. That's not going to happen. If I want to just go crazy defense and light the Chargers fans on fire right now, I go Derion Newton. I think I'm going to.
So first round is basically Marvin Harrison Jr.
If Brian Thomas Jr. was here on the board, Dan, would it be slam dunk? I know he went to Miami here in this scenario at 21, but if he was here in this scenario, would that be your slam dunk pick?
I don't think so, honestly. I think it'd probably be the same. I think, I'm going to go A.D. Mitchell only because I think he's probably the last of the wide receiver ones that could possibly be available, at least that you would think. So I'm going to go A.D. Mitchell. Oh, Derion Newton, A.D. Mitchell.
Yeah! Don't pick with your heart.
5 seconds, the clock. You're gonna
all right. No, actually, you know what? I'm going the other way around. I'm going to go Merritt. Jake, you do this. I can't do this.
God,
Jake, what would you do? What would you do? Honestly,
Derion Newton.
Dan, I made my pick in the first or with the first selection.
See, I think
this is the beauty part. I can't just make all the decisions.
I would go if it was me on your guys' team. I would go Derion Newton. You need some interior help.
That is true.
All right,
but Dan, stick to your guns and
there
every other conversation that
we did it. We did it.
Good job.
Good job.
No wide receiver in the first round.
Wow. No wide receiver in the first round.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I can see the comments flowing in right now as we speak.
I know.
Yeah, they're not going to be happy.
No. But in this scenario, look, maybe in this scenario, they go free agency for one of them. Maybe they do Tyler Boyd or they go DJ Chark or OBJ or whoever. They can still do this. This is where I think it gets fun, Jake. So you look at some of the receivers left. Troy Franklin's still there. You still have Roman Wilson, who I think would be sick on this team.
And you know Harbaugh is going a couple Michigan guys. You just know it's coming. You know it's coming.
Yep.
And that's like the
you can go Peyton Wilson. I think
three defensive players with your first year. There's no way I could see that playing itself out.
Zach Frazier's here.
Oh my god!
Let's get Bo Nix, another Oregon prospect. Yeah.
I think since you passed on wide receiver at 23, it has to be wide receiver here. And the Michigan connection makes some really good sense with Roman Wilson right there.
I fell in love with Keon Coleman for you guys last week.
You fell in love with him for us?
For Chargers,
I fell out of love. I fell out of love with him a long time ago.
Talk about a guy's draft stock who is just all over the place right now.
Yeah.
So Jake, Roman Wilson, is that what we're doing?
That's where my head is telling me to go.
Okay.
Dan, unless you have any objections at all. I know since you passed on wide receiver at 23, this is basically what's left. If it was between Troy Franklin and Roman Wilson, which one do you think that Jim Harbaugh would be making the selection on?
Probably pretty clear.
I think this is Roman Wilson. I would say Roman. Let's do it. Roman Wilson. Rams, you're up.
We're up.
You guys got so people ahead of you. So the Chargers actually at pick 36, Mike Sanderson went one pick before Roman Wilson did. You had Polk go, McKinstry, Patrick Paul, the tackle from Houston went, Troy Franklin, Peyton Wilson, Bo Nix is no longer there. Keon Coleman, Lassiter, you had Sanders go, TJ Tampa's gone. You guys are on the clock. What are your needs?
So tackle.
Well, I do like Braden Fisk. You don't like it?
No, I absolutely love it. The fact right now is that the Rams are essentially picking everything that is like near and dear to my heart. So it's gutting yet gratifying at the same time.
Fans would love a Ricky Pearsall pick right here, though.
Yeah. Absolutely. So here's the hard thing, Skinny, and this will just give you background, guys, into kind of what, like, this is to me again, like Latu, like. The home run pick is Fisk here. Like, wow, it fell perfectly. Like, great, you get your edge guy, get your interior guy. I just can't see McVay, like kind of what you're saying, Jake, like, oh, they can't go three defenders. And I can't see McVay not taking an offensive player with one of his first two picks.
So McVay and Snead, they use this thing. Who are you standing on the table for? Which one? Like we're gonna narrow it down to Pearsall and Fisk.
Scroll a little bit for me, Dan, so I can see some more of the
got
options.
Chris Jenkins, Blake Corum's there, Jonah Ellis. If you're looking to go edge, along with Chris Bradwell.
Yeah,
Edrin
we did
Cooper,
Chris Jenkins in a mock last week, actually.
Yeah, I like Fisk more than Jenkins, though.
Yeah, I do too.
Just a bit of toughness,
Michael Penix.
Gonna happen
at one point this year. Gonna happen.
There are rumors that like the Raiders are okay with possibly going Michael Penix, or like the same with the
13.
Vikings. I was like, what is going on?
That's such a Raiders pick.
You gonna make this pick, Les Snead, so this is yours. Skinny Snead.
I'm going Fisk, man. I'm going a BPA, also meeting a need.
All right, Jake, we are up. I feel like at this point, Chargers fans are just flaming me, I'm sure, for not
definitely had the most exotic decision to make with that second first-round pick.
Yep. I went with the most impact on every single down, which I think Newton could bring. But here we are. A lot of interior defensive line possibilities, which we already have covered. We are now at pick 69 here, Jake. So the first part of round 3. We can go.
How do you guys feel about Nealon?
I think at 69, you got to take a tight end, right?
It's just so funny. I think it was they were replaying the 2022 NFL draft, and Tennessee had pick 69 that year. It was the third round, and this is when they were like allowing the fans to come up and read the picks. Whoever this guy was that they let up there, he's up there, and he's like, with the 69th pick, hello. It's just like, goes off on a weird like little rant right there, and everybody's just saying like, okay, somebody get this guy off the stage.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
great.
Jake. Okay, so Jake, I have some thoughts for you here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this could be Redemption City. So the guys that are available, they can go running back, which again they just got Gus Edwards, so I don't think they go running back. This is way too early for them at this point. So Jalen Wright probably not. Junior Colson, everyone has talked about like the Chargers. That's a no-brainer, obvious selection possibility there. Okay, hear me out. Jermaine Burton, in my opinion, first-round talent, very much a variable in terms of like off the field or technically on the field with things that have happened. So I think there are some character concerns there. But skill-wise, Jermaine Burton, the guy is pretty darn good, in my opinion. I don't think that Xavier Legette is here anymore. Nope, he's gone. So they could go that route. You can go Tez Walker possibly at receiver. This could be where you double dip. Javon Baker. Javon Baker is there as well.
I like Baker.
Javon Baker's stock has gone cray-cray the last like week or so, I would say. So we could go receiver. This is your redemption pick. They could go linebacker and Junior Colson, which I think would be an amazing value pick here.
You get him here.
We have the other option we could do is to trade back just a little bit. Trade back a little bit. We could trade back with Detroit, go back like 4 picks, gain 164. Does that sound like something you're interested in?
I mean, it is your pick this time. So this is your decision.
I mean, hell, if I could trade back and get 164 and 201 for sliding back 4 picks, I'm going to do that.
Sure.
Would
you do that?
2 out of it. Okay.
I mean, first of all, I'm so enticed right now from the standpoint that Junior Colson is still on the board. His overall ranking on this is 71. You're at pick 69. The value seems to be right there.
I'm with you. It's a risk. We're going down 4 picks. You look at the board, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, and he's 6th best on this list. So
Who are the teams drafting after you?
After us would be the Giants, the Cardinals, the Jets, and Detroit. So really, the only 3 teams that behind us would be the Giants. It would be Detroit. Yeah, Detroit would come up, replace us.
Yeah. So the Giants are probably your only real risk at taking a backer.
In worst case, you end up getting Javon Baker. I say we roll the dice a little bit here.
All right, Dan.
Want to do it?
You hold the keys.
Stack the picks.
That's what I had, right? 69 for 73. Here we go. Cross your fingers, fellas. Let's go, baby. Okay, we are back. Junior Colson. Oh, but look, both the receivers went, though, by the way.
So you traded back 4 spots to acquire... Yep. What was that? What was the entire package?
Or 5th and a 6th one, I believe.
I think.
And Colson still is there.
And Colson's still there. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Draft him, right? Easy.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Okay. Junior Colson drafted.
Great move, GM.
There's your over 1.5 Michigan picks to the Chargers.
There it is.
Yep.
Early.
So you guys are picking
over bet.
This is the problem is we're probably not going to get a Javon Baker at this point, but we'll see.
I love how you have your heart set on Javon Baker right now.
I'm like, please fall like how many picks is this? Please.
What are you thinking? Offense here? I mean,
so you're at pick 83 for the Rams. Guys available. We got Javon Baker, Bucky Irving, a lot of running backs.
They're calling him the Puka Nacua of 2024.
Yeah. We've talked about Baker a lot.
Les Snead is itching. He wants another toy to play with.
Show me tackles real quick, Dan. Please.
You got Dominic Pookie. You got Matt Gonzalez. You got Isaiah Adams, Caden Wallace, Christian Jones.
Unless you disagree, I think we're not going tackle here, right, Skinny?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I'm good with Baker here.
Lock it in.
All
right. Cool, guys.
Here it is. He will not make it
to
the Chargers next pick.
Wolkenstein thinks he needs another redemption pick.
Dang it. Okay.
How true do we believe, Skinny, that the Rams are going quarterback? Do we think Michael Pratt's the pick here? Obviously, Spencer Rattler's gone.
Oh, That's
in our last mock, guys, we got at that last pick, we took Rattler, and fans were not a fan of it. Let's just say that.
You can go Joe Milton and just flame it.
He's got a heck of an arm.
He
That's what I'm
does.
saying.
I do like that. I'm down for Milton. At this
Okay,
point.
not here. We can wait then if we want to go Milton.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think. Yeah, we can wait. What position are you feeling? What are we at? 99?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we haven't addressed any cornerback. I would definitely do. I would add some depth at edge. Running back. This feels like Abrams Drain on the board.
That's kind of your guy, but you think we can wait? I don't know if he'll make it to 154.
Look at that coverage grade. Good Lord.
Yeah, I think let's go with him here. I think, or is that pull up the big board again for me, please?
I would say you could probably get him a little later. You guys, but the thing is, you have 99 and 154. So
yeah,
you
we got a
like
ways.
55 picks.
Yeah.
So if you
we
love
trade
him
back.
there,
we trade back and pick up a fourth.
Let's see about. Yeah, look at those 4 trade options. Let's.
So 99, you can go down to 106, 109, 131, or 174.
Oh, let's talk with old Raheem Morris there. See what he's.
Yeah, let's look at 109.
All right, so 109, you can go. So you're giving up
99,
109, 143, 109 to 143, probably.
Yeah, I think I'm good with that. Yeah, let's do it. Lock it in.
Boom, trade accepted. Chargers on the board, Jake. Braylon Trice, Tyrone Tracy, who I do really like.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at the corners real fast. This is what are you thinking? What position are you looking at?
No, it's fair to look at this because I think whether it would be wide receiver or corner, I think those have been the 2 positions that have been discussed as a possibility for the Chargers to double dip at.
Yep.
Derion Jones obviously is a great selection in that.
Look how far back. By the way, look how far back DJ James has gone down. Like that's crazy. His stock has just plummeted. What else?
I lost Ryan again.
Are we still in the 3rd round, or is this the first 4th round pick?
This is 4th round pick 5. 4th round pick 5.
We did say that the discussion for running backs for the Chargers would start on day 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that definitely is a possibility. When you look at everything that the Chargers have addressed thus far, corner, Dan with the exotic pick of taking Johnny Newton, ultimate value pick, in my opinion, at 23, addressing the trenches on the opposite side of the football that everybody expects. Then you come back around with a wide receiver with Wilson, then with Junior Colson, you address 2 of your Michigan players at that point in time. So what do you have left? Running back, possibly offensive a tight end, but I don't see a tight end with this particular value that's still on the board here. Offensive line, yes.
So let's do offensive line real quick. Let's look at interior offensive line. You can go Hunter Norzad right now.
That's probably the other one I would look at.
I know a lot of people are really high on Zach Zinter. Hunter Norzad's a big one. Wide receiver, I think we're probably getting close to double dipping territory. Like Brendan Rice is kind of. Cornelius Johnson, honestly, that's another one that I think Chargers fans have thought a lot about. I'd be later. Hunter Norzad's probably.
That's probably where I would lean.
It's probably that or corner. Yeah. All right. Want to do Hunter? Want to go Hunter?
Now a punter.
Okay, let's go Hunter.
Oh, a punter. Okay.
Hunter.
Now the good news is, Jake, Chargers aren't picking that much further down from here. Rams, you're up. You are at pick 109.
Blake Corum came off the board. I guess that's off.
Chargers fans in pain. Blake Corum went off the board a long time ago. He went pick 69.
Yeah.
Chargers and Rams picking back to back here. So Rams pick, then the Chargers.
There we go. Show us the
guys
running
that are
back
on the board. You can go running back. Running backs available include Tyrone Tracy, Isaiah Davis, Braylon Allen, Audric Estime,
names right
Shipley.
there. Some very good names right there.
We're still early round 4. Running backs.
Braylon Allen and Audric Estime. I've always had a little crush on both of them.
Yep.
Full
Jake,
Golden
for the
Domer
record, Blake
backfield.
Watson did meet
in
with
LA.
the Chargers, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So
Audric Estime is a favorite of mine too.
we haven't gone on O-line yet either. Look at
You
tackles
still
again.
haven't gotten You still haven't gotten quarterback. You still got Michael Pratt here.
Feels like a
Yeah.
good spot to go for Pratt.
Yeah, I mean, but if we want to go like
is that
maybe
the
higher ceiling with like Milton or
is
Jordan
Milton
Davis
still out
later?
there?
Yeah, should we check the quarterbacks?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Quarterfinal?
Yeah.
I mean, and normally
He's
this is
way
where the
down there.
Rams have their first pick of the entire draft anyways, is right around this area.
Yeah.
So
They're
make
going
sure you make it a
under.
good one.
Exactly, just outside the top 100. I'm good with running back here. Sorry, Dan, show me tackles real quick. Do any of those tackles do anything for you?
I like
Zay
Kalen
Adams,
Wallace the
Keaton
most out of
Wallace.
that guy, out of those guys, but
Let's go running back here. It feels like a good running back spot.
all right. Estime?
Ryan
Lock it in?
got booted
Oh.
again.
Oh, weird.
Apparently
Yeah,
they don't
okay,
like
well,
they don't like his picks. So
I'm flying solo here. I'm gonna go Audric Estime.
Keep getting
You
booted
went
out of
Audric
here.
You went to the bathroom at the wrong time.
Yeah, man.
that was a quick potty break. All right, Estime, Allen, or Tracy. What are you guys doing?
Estime. Golden Domer backfield.
Okay. Estime it is. Jake, we are up as Chargers. Pick 110.
I think you have a good idea of where they should go, given what the big board looks like at this point in time.
I'm gonna change my camera and see if it's my camera that keeps booting me out.
Dude, you keep turning into Dennis Leary from draft day. Like, that is exactly when he went to the restroom, is when Sonny Weaver pulled off that big ass trade and then came back and he's like, wait, we gave away our second round picks now? What the hell happened?
Yeah. I gave you the
All right.
I gave you the opening there, Skinny T, but we were on the same page. We both wanted Estime. We did it last draft.
Okay, so Jake, here's the thing. We can go Tyrone Tracy, which we both really like. I think that's probably who you're thinking, right? Braylon Allen is still there. He could be there on our next pick at pick 129, so 19 picks from now. They still probably need to go another corner, and Derion Jones is still there.
Mm-hmm.
And I love him. Well, Haddon's still there too. Wow. Derion Jones would probably be the pick that I would do. Let's look at tackle. Any of these names, Jake? Look good to you?
Gonclaves obviously at this point would be pretty good. I just addressed the trenches though with Hunter Norzad.
Yeah.
So I would probably look elsewhere.
All right. So do we want to go running? So I think it's probably between running back, receiver, and corner. So it's between Tracy, Derion Jones, or if they want to go receiver, it could be like they already got kind of the smaller guys, so they can go like Brendan Rice potentially. Keep him in house.
Who has met with the Chargers.
Yep.
Shameless plug. We just had Brendan Rice on our USC show a few days ago. So anyone wants to check that out, there you go.
Yes. Please. I'm going to go watch that after this.
Yeah, so if,
Yes.
wasn't really meaning you guys, but obviously please do. If the Chargers do draft Brendan Rice.
You keep doing your product placement, Dyrud.
Yeah.
It works, baby.
All those Chargers Unleashed
Smart.
fans, you know where to learn about B. Rice over on the USC LAFB channel.
We got a draft profile up on him.
Yeah, sure do.
All right, Jake. You also got Braylon Allen here, too. To me, there's a lot of running back options here to where I'd be okay not getting one now, knowing one will be there at some point.
Look, what the Chargers have done now, especially with bringing in J.K. Dobbins, even though it's on a one-year deal, and yes, you take into the injury account history, which is still just a cautious situation at this point in time. But the Chargers, in my opinion, are going to go full running back by committee, which leaves the door open for just several different avenues for where they could go, depending on the skill set. Pick your flavor at this point. I have no issue going running back here with considering who's on the board. Those are some great names. I also don't have any issue with double dipping at the corner spot, given who's on the board. But this is your pick, Dan.
Oh, this is mine?
Yes, I don't have any issues personally, whichever route you choose to go.
So Elijah Jones and Derion Jones are both the guys that are like. Derion Jones would probably be the slot one that I think would be perfect for what the Chargers need.
The value would seem fair. You already got
Yeah.
Quinyon Mitchell.
I think this is it. I say we go Derion Jones and see what we got at pick 129. Booked. Okay, Chargers are up. Let's look at the running backs.
I'm starting a 2-minute clock counter.
Attaboy. We need to have that proverbial kick in the ass. Get ourselves moving.
Will Shipley. Isaac Guerendo's there, Jake.
Vidal is there, which is a player that you and I both like as well.
Yep. We could probably get him later, though. A lot of running backs just went between the last 2 picks we just did.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Davis went. Tyrone Tracy
one of
went.
my favorites.
How it goes, right? 1 or 2 go, and all teams.
Yep.
We started it.
By the way, Jake, Trevondre Sweat just went at pick 128 because of the fall of, apparently.
The DWI. That's where his fall ended, apparently. Okay. So he...
Where do we go?
The Niners get Michael Pratt in there, quarterback.
What say you, Jake? I mean, the only one really here, I don't think I'm not a big Will Shipley fan.
Yeah, I know you're not big on Will Shipley, so I'll make this more of a collective decision between you and I. So if you're not as high as Will Shipley as I am.
For the Chargers, I'm not. I just don't.
Even given the running back room as it stands right now.
I guess he could. I mean, he definitely would be kind of the shiftier guy. Guerendo.
If you had your choice between Guerendo, Vidal, Shipley.
Probably Vidal. But
I can 140.
Get him later.
20
seconds.
Let's make
Big board.
Let's make it spicy, and let's go. Woo! Let's go with Vidal here.
Oh, wait, real quick. What about tight end?
I like Theo.
Because I do like Theo Johnson.
Theo's still there.
You're picking 11 picks.
No,
4.
No, I'm gonna stick to my guns because you gave me a minute 40 to look at the running back board, and that's where my brain is at now.
So you doing Vidal?
I would do Vidal here. Yeah, let's make it spicy.
Okay. Spicy, like El Pastor.
Chargers again.
What's the mascot of Troy? Is that the Trojans?
Good question.
I feel like it's not actually Trojans. It's something similar, though. We know that Dan will take about 3 minutes, so I'll go ahead and look that up real quick.
Should we just do Cole Bishop? Just lock it in?
First of all, the fact that Cole Bishop is still on the board right here, position for the Chargers or anybody else or not, it's actually criminal, the fact that he is still on the board here.
Yep. Also like Malik Mustafa, if you haven't seen anything from him, that guy's a stud. Gabe Murphy and Cedric Gray. But we already have Junior Colson,
took Junior Colson.
They are the Troy Trojans for those worried about it. Makes sense.
I was really worried.
That was like the side trivia question in the midst of
there's a
Dan
player from the
selection.
Raging Cajuns, by the way. That just makes my heart melt.
He's got 1 or 2 guys.
Yeah. If you always sneak in there. You're at a minute 5, by the way, on this selection. So,
and you don't have to use all your time.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jake. I just say we go value here.
I just picked Vidal. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Edge depth. That's what you guys need.
Looking at receiver real quick.
That could be good. Yeah.
What does the edge room look like right now, Dan?
Edge.
Tuipulotu.
A current edge room looks great. But if we could do one more, it'd be sick. Gabe Murphy would be fun.
Ooh, Gabriel Murphy. That is a fun one.
It's a package deal. You got to get both. You got to get both twins, though.
Okay. Yeah. You're up. Rams are up.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Who did you pick?
Gabe Murphy was picked.
Gabe Murphy
was
picked. That was so fast. I didn't even see you make the selection. Wow. Like, oh, yeah, here's Gabe Murphy.
I had to beat the clock, guys.
You just did. 6 seconds to spare. Well done.
Perfect. Okay, you guys got 16 seconds.
Cole Bishop. What do you
Cole
think?
Bishop, I think, could be great. Show us the corners again. I saw a while ago our Missouri guy was still there, which I'm guessing
Oh.
he's gone now.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. DJ James, Cam Hart. Any of those corners jump out at you at all?
I like Nehemiah Pritchett and Kamal Haddon for you guys. Those are fun. Both
And
of those
Cam
are good.
Hart.
Yeah, I like Cam Hart.
I mean,
He
you
was
don't have
great
to talk
against
into
SC.
Notre Dame.
Cam Hart was pretty dominant against SC when I was out in South Bend, but the whole defense was the SC offense was abysmal. So not saying a whole lot. But I think that safety pick. Go to tackles, offensive tackles, por favor.
Yeah, they really do need some depth at the
So say,
position.
Dyrud, you've asked for the tackle board like 3 times. Have you actually taken a tackle yet?
No, we haven't yet. That's why I keep asking. And we know they're going to take.
Eventually,
Yeah.
it's going to happen.
We know they're going to take a tackle. Like in reality, and this is why in the first round we were like, it's so obvious Latu was the pick, but I really believe they're going to go tackle in the first round. But in this scenario, the tackles went, Alt went 6, and the Oregon State kid went 10. So that
Yeah, there
changes
wasn't
things a
really
little
anybody.
bit.
Yeah,
It was just Fashiono. I mean, what do you think of one of these tackles? I think tackles, corner, or safety is probably the play here.
I mean, I do like Christian Jones at tackle.
You think he's there for our back-to-back picks in the 150s?
You got 3 picks in the next 12, 143, 154, 152.
Yeah.
I think that finding a tackle at this point is more important than a cornerback right now or safety. I feel better
so
about those.
Take your tackle preference then over Adams or Jones or.
I'll take Jones.
Christian Jones it is.
Texas.
Selected. Y'all up again.
All right. We haven't had we did take a running back, yeah.
Malik Mustafa. Cam Hart still there?
Cam Hart's there. Mustafa. I think that's the play here.
I really
like Malik Mustafa?
Yeah.
I mean, besides the phenomenal name, we were playing the name game last mock draft, just all pro names. We had some good ones.
He fits their
he's
new...
good. I like him a lot. This is a great find for you right now. Honestly, he is a man on fire. If you go watch his tape, that guy's fun.
Flying around, big hitter. That's like the new defense for the Rams. Actually,
it is all gas, no break.
And they need guys that are just going to be playmakers, even if it burns them, because at this point, the Rams are okay getting burned if they can create some turnovers. Guys,
Jake,
if you look at the Rams
so funny over there.
I'm sorry. This is total sidebar. So first of all, whenever I hear the name Mustafa, I always think of Will Ferrell's character from the original Austin Powers movie. Oh. And the best part, I was so ready to bring that up, and then Dan drops he's definitely a man on fire. I'm like, oh my god, yes,
not
exactly. Hit it right on the nose.
Severely burned. Oh, we're still up. Did we do?
Yeah. So we do Mustafa. Yeah, do Mustafa. And then we have our back-to-back picks. So we could do Cam Hart even here. I think that we go tight end here.
Joe Milton's still there, boys.
Yeah, I think we're waiting on him. I think we got a lot of picks in the 200s we can maybe use him with. I like Tip Raymond, or I like the Colorado State tight end, but I think Cam Hart is probably the better pick right now, and then maybe tight end with our next pick. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we can slow roll the tight end, I think.
Yeah, because then we'll get him in that Davis Allen range that the Rams did last year. So I think Cam Hart's a good solid pick here.
All right, Cam Hart it is. All right, Jake.
Back to the Bolts.
Are we in the
Zach
6th round yet, or what round is this?
5th
round 5,
round,
pick 29.
29.
Still so we're at 164 and then 181.
Yeah, you'd have to
Zach Zinter's still there for you.
Zach Zinter's there. Bo Limmer's still there, which is kind of wild.
I think that said that Bo is
Jim's going
guard. I think that's what he has said actually in interviews, is that he was actually going to just kick inside but not necessarily play center. I think that was all the indications that he was making, even though obviously he can play.
I've never heard of a more Jim Harbaugh tight end than Tip Ryman.
Right.
275, something like that.
But I want him for the Rams, so don't oversell him. Don't oversell him here.
Oh, but means.
Tip Ryman would be great.
I gotta take.
Actually, I'm interested, Dan. Is Eric All still on the board right now on tight ends?
Nope.
No, looks like he went. Okay, bummer.
Must have just gone recently.
So Tip Ryman's there. Zach Zinter's there.
Dick Mary Richardson.
Just while they're thinking Skinny, Jordan Travis is an interesting thought.
Kamal Haddon is still there.
Kamal Haddon is one of the guys that I am championing in this draft. I really like him.
That would be corner number 3.
Yes, so that's probably not going to happen in this scenario.
I mean, they just gained a ton of picks, so it's a free pick.
Boom.
Have some fun, boys.
That was with all your moving around and junk, but
and
yes,
junk,
I get your point. You went edge with your last pick.
Marco Punter.
Yeah.
Will Reichart.
Have we officially double dipped at wide receiver yet in this one?
No, and I looked at the receiver and it's barren.
It's
Barry
barren.
passed on Brendan Rice, huh?
Coker's there. Yeah, that is.
As soon as I name dropped him on our show, they were like, "Nope, we're not picking him."
Yeah, that is barren for sure.
So this scenario, they're gonna go Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, you better hope.
So
if they brought Tyler Boyd and Roman Wilson, like that's a pretty good.
That's solid
for the group. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and if Josh Palmer and Quentin Johnson can be what they hope he can be, like that's not bad.
What's the safety room look like, Dan?
Safety.
Proctor's there. That is an interesting pick. Let's see, we're at. Probably end up getting him a little bit later. I'm going to go back to the interior, Dan. I think Zach Zinter makes a lot of sense. This would now be the third Michigan player that Jim Harbaugh would end up taking in this one.
Pound the over.
You address the interior with Hunter Norzad, Zach Zinter. I would be happy with that.
All right, charge on again. I say we go Cody Schrader. Book it.
Didn't you guys already go running? You're going to take 2 running backs? Okay.
No. Oh wait, did we go Vidal?
We did Vidal.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
he had that one ready to go.
I was gonna take the under. Josh Newton is there.
Another Dennis Leary bathroom break.
I'm not sure what's going on over here. I've never had this happen.
Steel Chambers.
That's what we all say.
Sick name. I want to name my next dog Steel Chambers.
It's definitely one of the best names in this entire draft class.
Yeah. Steel Chambers. Like that is such a good. Maybe on if I have like a 3rd or 4th, 5th child, Steel Chambers, that might be the name.
Steel Chambers Wolkenstein. That's
so good. Mine would be first name Remington Steel Chambers.
How anything?
Just, I started your timer like 5 minutes late, and you're already at a minute 40. So
hey, we went quick last time. Let's go, Jake. You're up.
No, dude, I just took Zinter.
Oh, you did? Dang.
You were so ready to go.
I
with the Cody Schrader pick.
Ready to rock.
You're like, oops, we already took Vidal.
Davian Robinson. Do you even know who this guy is?
That's always fun when it gets to that point in the draft.
We've reached that point of the draft. Wow.
At least we're receivers. Did we go tight end yet? I don't think we did.
No. And good old Tip Raymond is still staring us right in the face.
Don't take him from me.
Quality pick.
Just the tip.
Just the tip at tight end.
He did it.
This is how day 3 of the draft feels when you're watching it on television.
Delusional, partially hungover.
Yes.
You guys still got 5 picks.
Good for you.
Oh, geez.
Right, luckily, it's us with 5 and not you guys with 5. We'll roll through these.
Well, I do like Garendo a lot. Anytime you can add good edge, those are the two guys I'm focused in. Grayson Murphy, Garendo. How you feeling, McVay?
show me edge. I don't know if we want to go 2 running backs this draft. I feel like that might be a little too silly.
They've invested so much money in their offensive line already. There's a reason. It's not just to protect Stafford.
No, you're 100% right. But yeah, I think we got to go edge here, else it just is going to fall off a cliff. I mean, I love Solomon Byrd playing at SC, but that's a pretty big drop off if we're going to have to. So probably Grayson Murphy here. Yeah.
Love it.
Chargers.
Back to the charge.
Look how quick that was. Efficient.
Dan, go to the safety group, please.
Do you ever watch the spelling bee, the national
Bo
championship?
Braid and Jalen Simpson are there.
Can you give me the
James
definition?
Williams is fun. I like James Williams. The guy's a freaking like pterodactyl.
Love pterodactyls.
I think he's like
Favorite
64.
dinosaur, Ryan?
Favorite dinosaur? Velociraptor?
Oh, good pick. Good pick.
Probably.
John Stamos.
Good housekeeping.
Do you like to do karate in the garage?
Of course, you're not going to get Randy Jackson's autograph on a samurai sword.
So great. Wonder how many times Randy Jackson got.
Curtis Jacobs is
with
still
samurai
here,
sword.
Jake. I like Curtis Jacobs.
But your linebacker room is now filled out with Junior
It's
Colson
not
joining the group.
filled. They need playmakers. They need athletes.
So you need more than 5 linebackers out there?
Not out there, no.
Well, then where are you going to put them? on the.
Have you guys gotten any other defensive line?
We have not.
We went edge and we went interior.
Could be worth exploring there. How do you guys feel about your interior group? I mean, it seems a little.
outside of Puna Ford, there's some question marks for sure. I feel like
Morgan Fox, who I like a lot. But...
Morgan Fox, yes. Scott Mallock, you hope is going to take another step. Same with Tito.
Yeah.
And I've always been a fan of Puna's since college days, so I'm extremely happy to have him on this team.
Was he like 5'8", 300?
If this is me, I'm going Garendo. I know it's another running back, but you're at the end of round 6.
Love it.
Like, this is where you take a flyer. You're hoping that one of these guys sticks. You pick him. You go Vidal. Kind of have running back by committee. Stash from the practice squad if you want. Like, now you're just a matter of picking good players.
God, I mean, if this wouldn't feed into exactly what Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman are going to do.
That's what I'm saying.
Not only are we going to hit you with 1 running back, we're going to hit you with 2, and we are going to run this damn football.
Yeah. Trade Herbert and run the wishbone.
Yes,
I'm going Garendo. I'm just going BPA at this point.
All right.
Show us those quarterbacks, Daniel.
Ooh.
Let's see, quarter. Joe Milton's still there.
Is it
fellas.
time? Is it
this
time?
I think it's time, right, Skinny T?
All right, just show me the big board one more time. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with QB here. Let's see if they kill us.
Okay, let's go
again but we're in the sixth round now.
Quarterback in the 6th round, and normally that's like your second pick of your drafts. So I mean, hey, look how you guys have made out like bandits in this round.
I know. Look at that.
Jake. Oh, wait, so
we're still up here. What position are you wanting to see, Skinny? At this point, we're just throwing darts and adding depth. Show me some kickers here. Show me some kickers.
Ooh, yeah, good call.
Rams need a kicker.
Tanner Brown is the kicker right now.
And Little.
I love Will Reichert.
Yeah, Will Reichert. Do we wait or do we just lock that in and get our?
No, let's lock it in.
That's where you get,
lock it in.
That's where you get your guy. Lock it in.
NCAA's all-time
Rams again.
Leader. All right.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Let's see linebackers.
You guys got all your picks in like day 4.
Yep.
Okay. Linebackers.
Please
I'm running back. Sorry. Linebackers.
I'm legit concerned about what is going on with my stream.
They didn't like your pick.
I'm glad I wasn't the one running the mock. This would have been a complete disaster.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Here's linebacker.
I don't know any of these guys.
Yeah. What else? We already took a receiver. We took our tackle. Let's go D line again. Interior.
Christian Boyd's there.
Ooh,
Yeah, we could use more depth at the interior, right?
certainly.
All right, you make your pick of one of those, Skinny.
If Danny Dubs likes Christian Boyd for us, let's pull the trigger on him.
Let's do it.
It's a nice choice.
Beautiful. Tony Romo, Northern Iowa.
Oh, Jake, Elijah Jones is there too. Jeez. I'm telling you, this guy is going to be a steal. Like, if this actually happens and he's there at 7th, I'm sprinting. He's one of my favorite corners in this draft.
Well, you can make your quickest pick of the draft then. Let's make it happen.
Possibly could.
Can I make this happen, Jake? Is there anybody else here that you're pounding the table for?
3 corners, 2 running backs. That totally sounds like the way that we predicted that this draft was going to go.
And yet it doesn't seem that far off. It seems like
Dude, the quarterback room is atrocious. Elijah Jones has check me on this, but I'm pretty sure he has like the 2nd or 3rd best man coverage grade in all of FBS.
I mean, look at his ADP there. Almost 100 or 60 spots higher than his rank.
Look at this, bro. Like, he has an 89.8 coverage grade.
Before you make your selection, show me the safety room.
Are you doing the Brian Windhorse right there?
Yes. Why would they do that?
Mark Perry, maybe we can get him later.
Omar Brown.
I do like Omar Brown. As a Cornhusker myself.
That's right.
I am shook that Elijah Jones is there right now. Like, I'm overriding Jake. We're going Elijah Jones.
Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, Chargers. This is your last pick, Jake.
Right,
you take
last
this.
pick,
last
and
pick?
then we got one right after you.
Your own personal Mr. Irrelevant.
Should we go receiver just to make Chargers fans happy?
Well, technically we did. Technically we did.
We did. We got one.
Show me the safety room again.
Omar
Jack
coming.
Marius Theratrax.
Yes, exactly. DeQuillen's Buckshank. Mark Perry is interesting selection for me there out of TCU for him being this far. This is probably right around the realm, if not around too late, that he would end up being selected. That's a lot of secondary help that you just gave the Chargers in this particular draft. 4 guys in the secondary in totality is wild. Last one, Dan, before this, show me the interior line again.
Offense or defense?
Show me
offense.
Potato salad.
Great Family Guy reference.
Thank you.
Drake
Wait
Nugent's there.
Okay, first of all,
Ooh.
Drake Nugent and Dylan McMahon and a few of these other names that are in here, I'll just say it, they shouldn't be lasting this long in actuality.
Holy Cross has a few players in this draft. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Bingo guard. Do we already go Zinter?
We went Zinter. I
Okay.
was just trying to think in terms of some
You're at
special teams.
3 Michigan players so far.
Go-
And we already went Northside.
Go ahead and select Mark Perry out of TCU, please. And put me out of my misery so I don't have to ask the question to see the safety board again.
All right,
last pick
Dan,
for
can you
the
show us the
Rams.
safety board, please? Seriously, though, I do want to see the safety board again. It hasn't changed much.
Omar?
Giovanni
I mean, do you
Richardson
go Omar Brown here?
doesn't even have a school on his name. Just his face.
Just good for him. I mean, he went to
Good
Texas
for
A&M.
him.
He went to a small school, so that's kind of interesting.
He's got an incredibly high value for this for his rank.
His
Yeah.
ADP is 145.
That's
Jeez.
wild.
Like
Omar
to see his
Brown, or is
face.
there another position you want to see, Skinny, or round it out at safety? 'Cause we didn't go safety, did we? I'm trying to remember.
We did get a safety.
We did get a safety, you're right.
Yeah.
Tight ends? Should we look at tight ends?
Tight
real quick?
ends, yeah. Real quick. Yeah, we're grasping at straws here.
Yeah, I don't think we're.
I'm good with Omar.
Yeah, I'm good with Brown. Lock it in. Let's get another safety there.
Can't have too many.
Here we go.
second-
3 new awards.
Oh,
Good. You're welcome, Dan. You're welcome.
A+. A. Like where we're.
So this is the Rams. All right, so here we go. So Rams board has Latu, Braden Fisk, Javon Baker, Audric Estime, then traded down, added another pick, Christian Jones, Malik Mustafa, Cam Hart, Got a whole lot of A's and B's here, a couple D's, but for the most part, you guys basically got every position on the planet.
Got a whole new team here.
Overall grade, you got A. You got a solid A.
And that's with them hating our estimate pick, which I don't agree with.
Draft rank is top 67% of Rams drafts on here so far.
How about that?
You're welcome, Rambo.
Chargers draft.
Look at all those picks.
We got an A-, Jake. A-. We'll take it. They started off with Quinton Mitchell, A+, Jerzon Newton, Roman Wilson, Junior Colson, two went back-to-back Michigan players after the trade down. They end up with Hunter Norzad, their center of the future, Derion Jones corner. Running back in Vidal, Gabe Murphy, Zach Zinter. You got a tight end, another corner. They went safety at the end.
Look at that Elijah Jones pick, Dan. See, there you go. That validates your decision.
I feel better about that.
And
overall draft grade A-, top 54% of Chargers drafts. So we're in the top half, I guess. Thanks, PFF. For those in the comments who have made it this far, you let us know.
Yeah.
If you didn't just skip to the end, which props to you for that. Who had the better haul, Rams or Chargers in this scenario? Fellas, what do you guys think?
I
love the amount of picks you guys had. I thought you had a hard time with the way the board was falling for kind of like the where everybody wants you to go. That's the tough part. That's what you're facing right there.
Yeah,
but I love the trade. I love it.
Just looking at these 6 picks, though, Jake, like those 6 picks, if they come out of there with
people should be doing cartwheels if this is the case. Honestly, yeah, this is not at all what we spent the past 2.5 months talking about the Chargers draft board doing like this. And obviously, Dan sends things in a tailspin with the Jerzon Newton pick. But how can you knock the pick? How can you knock the player? I mean, yes, unconventional if you were to make a trade for 11 and 23 that both of those picks end up being on the defensive side of the ball, considering what the offensive side needs. But still, when you look at this, it's not bad at all.
Like that, I would take this in a heartbeat. Add Tyler Boyd in free agency. Like, I'm cooking with this.
I mean, in that circumstance, Justin Herbert's still probably wondering, like, what am I doing? But
he's going to be doing a lot of this.
No, but in a wide receiver room, that has, it would be Tyler Boyd, Josh Palmer, Quentin Johnson, Roman Wilson. Like, that's a pretty good top 4. Like, you'll take that. A project Quentin Johnson. Roman Wilson's a slot machine.
So whether it's Boyd, Chark, or MVS, you're essentially saying this scenario that played out would be the Chargers then going out and signing one of the wide receivers that they brought in.
Signing Tyler Boyd, yes.
Okay, yes. Speaking into existence, yes.
Yes, and then looking at the Rams, fellas.
You grade us. What do you think?
I mean, I like this a lot. I think you get 2 biggest area of needs with 2 great players in Latu and Fisk for your first picks. You then triple up on offense going, receiver, running back, tackle. I know the grade on estimate isn't great, but dude, all he did was produce at Notre Dame, and he adds more of a thunder to Kyren Williams kind of lightning production.
He's huge too, and he's so hard to take down. So
he gives you great goal line stuff in there. And if they want to run the ball, which they've done in terms of, stacking up the offensive line, I think it's a good pick. And then, you get some good value with Mustafa and Hart and Murphy there. So I like it. I still am I don't know what the Rams are going to do in terms of actually drafting what makes sense, or if they're going to draft offense like everyone seems to have pivoted in the last week to start the draft. But I'm happy with it. I would love it. Not 2 fists back to back. We're celebrating.
I don't believe this is how it's going to fall, but if this is much more of a fan favorite than what they're actually going to do.
Yeah, exactly. But all good. But this was fun, guys. I'm glad we did this.
Yeah. This was fun. You guys did good. Anything else? I know this was a long one. We went all 7 rounds, mocks with trades, and there were plenty. Any main takeaways, things we want to get out of here before we get out of here?
Just the way we drew it up. I don't even think that we need to watch 3 days of the draft after that. That was pinpoint precision in terms of selections.
Our GM should be on the phone shortly, scooping this one up. So
yeah. Exactly. So this would be great if this would just be like, hey, we'll you just let fans do the mock drafts and then just say, okay, here you go. Here's the cheat sheet.
Yeah.
Just follow all these rules to get to
Put that up on the board and take a dart and throw it and go make
which
it
is probably
quick.
what everybody thinks in terms of when their mock drafts are complete. But no, much like Anderson said, this is not at all the way it's going to play out whatsoever. Not one bit.
No.
We had fine. Honestly, as the Chargers covering this team, I know it's not what people thought going into this draft or thinking about it for the last 3 months, but I would take this. You're getting, for the long haul, I'm taking it. And for the Rams, same thing. Like, your defensive line, I know you guys just got rid of the Hall of Famer, but like after Aaron Donald, adding those two guys, like that's a great way to start off the new year.
Jesse Minter essentially ruled the draft room in our particular mock draft scenario. He took the reins and put Harbaugh on a seat and said, nope, I got this one today.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. Hey, and the Chargers needed it because that defense was not great. All right, guys. Ryan, times 2. What do you guys got going on Ram Skinny? What can they look forward to?
Well, next show is going to be in the draft. So on Thursday, we'll be coming at you talking first rounder for the first time in 8 years. So
about time.
I mean, hey, there's still time. They might still trade out of it. There's still time. As of
always
now,
a possibility for FM picks to take you out of the first round.
Yeah, there's plenty of time for that to happen. But
and I just can't wait for Les Snead to just blow everything up and ruin everything. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll probably be going live, Dyrud and myself. So stay tuned.
Yeah,
Love it.
Awesome
Jake,
time. Good stuff, guys.
Of course. I'm glad you guys were able to do this because you have a first round pick this year. It was fun. We'll do it again next time you have a first round pick. Maybe it'll be another 8 years. We'll find out. Jake and I have got some stuff for you guys coming up this week. We have some of our guys episode. We also have some special guest stuff. Also some more mock draft and other content coming. Also got a giveaway. Go ahead and check out our Twitter handle so you can see that. For Jake Hefner, Ryan Dyrud, Ryan Anderson, the LAFB crew, Dan Wolkenstein, Chargers Unleashed, Ram Skinny. Well, guys, we'll talk to you next time on Chargers Unleashed and Ram Skinny.